Ekwunife, welcome to Political Paradigm, and thank you very much for finding time to speak with us.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to start this interview the way I started with the former Abga National Chairman with regard to the state of things in Anambra State. I spoke with Senator Chief Victor Oye, basically to find out what exactly the mood of the people is in Anambra State just ahead of the election. It's less than 2 months of the election. Right. So what exactly is the mood of the people of Anambra State as they prepare towards the election?
In Anambra State, it's quite tensed. It is tensed in the sense that all political parties are working very hard to win the votes of Anambrans. APC, the party we are running under, is also working very hard, assiduously, to ensure that they get the trust of Anambra. This is actually the first time people are embracing APC, people are accepting APC, and people are working very hard to see a change in the system. And APCA has been there for over 22 years, and people are looking forward to change. They want to see something different. And in life, there's always this compare and contrast. When you continue in one process and another without, testing another set of people, it will be difficult for you to actually appraise the performance of a particular political party. I think the APCA has overstayed in Anambra State. This is time for Anambrans to embrace another party, embrace another people, to also compare what they've been getting and what they can get if another party comes on board. I think the feelings are there that they're looking towards a change.
All right, so we will talk about why this change, why you think this change is needed, and how much you believe it will happen. But let's get some things out the way. You talked about the tense situation in Anambra State. Some say that there are concerns now as to deteriorating security situation in the state because of the election, and some say it's the politicians that are heating up the polity. You've also been in the eye of the storm. I dare say you still are in the eye of the storm because of some of the comments you made about the governor. He had said some things that are unfavorable to you as well, but you've said some things that many consider to be crossing the line. Do you still hold on to those things, or do you have any regrets?
Well, the moment I was announced as the deputy governorship candidate of APC, governor's media aides went too far, castigating me, maligning me, trying to destroy my reputation all overnight. I thought that the governor should have called them to order, but he never did. And unfortunately, I saw him on live television trying to question my credentials. Not only that he's my governor, he's also a friend and a brother. I mean, who knows me and is aware that I had my first degree in University of Calabar. He's aware too that I went to UNIZIC. I had my PGD in UNIZIC. I had my master's in UNIZIC. I had my PhD in Atlantic University in America. So it's not as if he's not aware that I had this qualification. So for him to come over the live television to malign my personality and question the credibility of my credentials, I mean, I felt that was too much for me. And out of anger, of course, I needed to respond to those allegations of especially my credentials, having worked in the bank as a bank manager, as a area manager in the bank, as head private sector in the bank, and also two-time member House of Representatives, two-time senator. So seeing that, I mean, I am not just an ordinary person on the road to bear that. I just felt I should be able to clear my name on that. Probably in the course of doing that, I went overboard by saying all those things, especially when it borders on governor's hygiene and all of that. I mean, to that, of course, that particular thing about his personal hygiene, of course, I had regrets, and I truly sorry for that.
Perhaps let's get your reaction also to this tape alleging that you brought his wife into politics. Some have said that you went too far. So I'm just going to ask you.
Honestly, in the video that I talked about my credentials, I mentioned about the governor. I don't think you heard anything about the wife. So I wouldn't want to discuss that. The wife is not in this contest, and as far as I'm concerned, and there's no point discussing about her.
So you did not say anything about
I did not.
wife.
I said nothing about her, yeah.
Oh, great. So on the other issue of your credentials, some have said that if you are accused of something, that you probably present evidence to show that you really do have that certificate. Others are saying that you're using diversionary tactics.
I published all my certificates, all from beginning to the end. I published my first degree, and of course, University of Calabar is there. I published my second degree. Nandasco University is there. I published my even PhD, postgraduate diploma in marketing. This there. I published my Atlantic University PhD certificate. This there. And they're no longer talking about, getting a forged certificate. They're now talking about accreditation. I mean, these are internal processes of the university, which of course they were accredited, but it is actually the internal process of the university. Far remains when you're talking about fake or forgery, you talk about originality of the article. If I come to buy this phone from you, I bought the phone from you. The originality is not in question. Whether the phone has to go through processes before it starts selling is entirely the business of the seller. I mean, it has nothing to do with me. So nobody can question the originality of all my certificates. And it is actually very unfortunate that all those issues are coming up, considering where I'm coming from.
You know why some people have raised that issue is that if you recall the situation in Anambra and Bayelsa State in the governorship election there with the deputy governorship candidate, Lawrence Orujakbo, whose NYC certificate turned out to be fake, and he was eventually disqualified, and his governorship candidate.
That one is a different matter altogether. That one, NYC said they didn't issue. The university couldn't have said they didn't issue. I went through the processes of my courses, everything, and it was issued to me. So it's a different thing altogether. It's not the same. All my documents are there, and they're there for public to see, and also to be testified in courts.
Why you? I mean, there are other candidates in this election. You're not even the governorship candidate. You're the deputy governorship candidate.
I don't know why, honestly. I can't say why, but we know our strengths in Anambra politics. We know our strengths, we know our capacities, we know our capabilities. When in Anambra is when they think you have something to offer, they attack you. I always take it to maybe football field. And nobody attacks someone that is not having the ball. Once you have the ball, all attacks will be. But I'm going on board with this attack. I mean, it's becoming so intentional, because it's becoming so, something that somebody will just want to do. I'm not a candidate. This is the first time I'm seeing where all barrage of attacks should be on a deputy governor. I mean, but it's okay. It's fine. We are slugging it out. I'm so used to them. One thing about running an election against men is that they have so much to attack a woman as, especially sleeping with a man, going up and down and all of that. Once they say that, what else would they tell their fellow man that they're sleeping with a woman? So we are used to all those, stories and all of that. But it has never really deterred anybody. They told those stories, and I got to the position of my career, in the bank. They told all those stories, and I won this House of Reps twice. They told the same stories. I got to the Senate. It's like the story is even helping me, to get to where God wants me to be. One thing in life is that, two things: work hard and put it in prayers. No amount of fabrication, storytelling, blackmail, slander can destroy your hard work. I've been a member of House of Reps for 8 years. My colleagues that I worked with cannot tell you Yomi is a lazy woman. They will tell you this is a very hardworking legislator. This is a perfect legislator. This is a legislator, of course, that had the interest of her constituents when she was there. In the Senate, the same thing. My colleagues in the Senate will tell you that, no, don't mess with her. This is a very serious legislator. So what stories are you telling? You're telling to those who know me. That is why the stories are not making sense. They're not adding up. They're not adding up because the people you want to hear the story, those people know me one way or the other. I'm a nationalist today in this country. I'm not a small person.
Do you feel threatened in the course of your campaigns? I've heard a few things from opposition parties raising concerns as to how they are being stifled. Do you feel threatened? Do you feel a threat to life? Is your campaign going smoothly, or are you hindered?
We are seeing spate of political killing we've never saw before in Anambra State. They have murdered 2 APC ward chairmen in the last two weeks. That's very unfortunate. The killing is becoming on daily basis. People cannot have meeting now without calling police or calling security people to come and stay there. It has never happened before. It's something everyone has to be concerned about. Because security is everything. If your security is not guaranteed, businesses cannot thrive. No social life can thrive. Schools cannot be there. Major stakeholders will not, even investors will run away. So let us know that if we continue to, portray this kind of, or allow this kind of trajectory to continue in Anambra State, not only that it will affect the economic activities, it will also affect the fabrics of our foundation.
Very well, then let's talk about governance in Anambra State, because you seek to kick out a political party that's been there the whole time. I dare say it's the APGA is almost referred to as the Anambra Party.
Yes.
What exactly is it that is wrong with Anambra State with regard to governance, especially under Governor Chukwuma Soludo, that you think that your party wants to come in and address?
Of course, we're going to improve on what is happening on ground. You can't really say that the current governor hasn't done anything. Of course, they have done their best. In everything is to compare what they are doing with what they are receiving and what they ought to have done. The answer is that they have not performed, to our expectations. He started well, of course. I was one of the persons that commended him when he started. But at a point, the outcome started declining in terms of security. Today, go to Anambra State, you enter the bushes. You see skulls everywhere. People don't come home anymore. Those that come to Anambra State come, do what they want to do, and run out of the state. So for me, we need to put more efforts in security. And it starts to be a tripartite thing. Community, local government, and state. Because this security issue is becoming too locally domiciled. So we must come with a strategy that will ensure that we uproot it from the system, from the grassroots level. First of all, we're going to strengthen the local government administration by changing the law of Anambra State government, Anambra State law, extending it to 4 years, single term, so that they will have enough time to plan and execute and marshal out the security issues. We're also going to strengthen the leadership of the communities through the president generals and the traditional institutions. These are the people that live around that place, and we are going to employ technology-driven, to ensure that we use technology to pursue and get this security matter abated. But most importantly, we're going to spend so much, we're going to heap so much on intelligence gathering. We are fighting on conventional war. And in conventional war, you don't know who your enemy is. But your enemies may be people around you. So we must encourage people to come up with information. And for you to do that, you must encourage them by giving them stipends. So we'll ensure that we involve people to deal with issues of security. Then legislation. We are going to introduce 2 legislation in the State Assembly that can help us, ensure that we have cameras in different locations, in different places, that will enable us to trap online real time with this crime when it happens. So we will use legislation, we'll use technology, we'll use a tripartite arrangement with community, local government, and state to ensure that we deal with issues of security.
Well, when you talk about security, how about the Anambra security outfit, which was established? I know that governors would say that they don't control the security agencies. So you find some governors establishing their own regional security outfits to address. Isn't that a good step for this
administration? No, it's a very good one. Yeah, it's one thing is establishing a security outfit. Another one is that, are you equipping them? Are you funding them? Are you training them? Because if you see what is happening in Anambra today, as if those people you have organized to serve the people are now the people killing the same people that are self-guiding. So training is very critical. Training is very paramount. It's not just bringing somebody, giving the person the gun. You have to train the person, ensure that the person is constantly upgraded in knowledge. Knowledge is encompassing, and it's something that goes on every day. You can't just bring on professionals and put them on the road to train. One, there are certain things that are not expected to do by being overdrunk and carrying gun. So all those, then equipping them with the machineries, the equipment, they need equipment, they need the conducive, they need a good pay. You need to pay them well, because these are people taking risk on behalf of the state government. So Anambra Vigilante Services is a very welcome development, but the fact remains, how do you use them? Do you equip them? Do you pay them well? Do you, train them? These are the issues. We need to come in to ensure that not the vigilante we are going to inherit that we are going to continue with. We will inherit them, but we are going to refurbish them. We're going to rehabilitate them. We're going to train them. We're going to modernize them. We're going to equip them. We're going to ensure that they become professional in dealing with issues of crime.
You know, Anambra State under Soludo has been praised for infrastructure development.
Yeah.
I just asked you what the concerns are with regard to government in Anambra, and I noticed that you only spoke about security.
The infrastructure is okay. He's opening up the roads, of course. He's, of course, opening up a lot of places by dualizing our roads and all of that. But there's something we call governance with empathy. Government is about the people. That is why they say democracy. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And who are those people? Those we are leading. And they must lead them with empathy. Government cannot stand up to this. So I'm going to dualize this road. You start hitting and start pulling down people's wealth down without considering that those people you're pulling down are those people you're leading. We must do engagements. There must be community engagement. All the projects we're going to carry out, we would even at the ones that are, of course, that will affect some investors, because we're looking for investors. We will be able to engage them. So he is doing that. But quality of the road is what matters. A situation where the roads are being done, before you get to the middle of the same road, you have started repairing them from beginning. You have started repairing them. That's not a quality job. We have neighboring states. We also know the quality of jobs that are doing in those areas. We have Abia, we have Enugu, we have Imo, we have Ebonyi. So we are in an era where people compare, and we can't stop people from comparing. I went to Senate, for instance. I won't stop people from comparing me with my predecessors and my successor. Yeah, I can't stop people. I won't also stop people from comparing my successor in the House of Reps and my predecessor in the House of Reps when I served there. So you can't stop people from comparing. It's through comparison that you get the best.
Absolutely.
And be able to put yourself in a position to make a good choice when you have the opportunity to do that. So in terms of infrastructure, construction of roads and all of that, fine. But to what quality are you giving us?
Okay. And
what is the cost implication of that road? Is the cost implication of that road? Does it merit it? So we have to look at it. We are in a situation where people don't ask questions. That this phone is 100,000. Does this phone worth the 100,000? That this is 10,000. Does it worth the 10,000? So we have to begin to appraise the information given to us vis-a-vis the knowledge that we have. So in terms of infrastructure, of course, then road construction is not the only infrastructure in the States. We have to talk about health.
It's not doing well in healthcare?
Healthcare is not just painting a structure and say this is health center.
I saw a place where they said that he's established 30 cervical cancer screening centers and has recruited at least 1,000 medical personnel.
Well, when we say those things on the papers, we want to see that happening. I want us to be a practical government.
There are no 30 cervical
No, it's
cancer
not about
centers.
having them. It's about the workability of what you have on
But
ground.
I'm asking, do they exist?
I don't know. I haven't seen. Even if they exist, do they function? I come from a community.
There's none in your
I
community.
am not a foreigner. I come from Anambra State. Both my parents' home and my husband's place and all of that. I expect to see, if you say you have a well-equipped health center, I want to see a health center that I work in. I will get treated. And after getting the treatment, I'll get subsidized drugs. And I'll have someone to at least care for me, to check up on me, to know. Health centers in communities, the essence of having them in the communities is to reduce the struggle, the stress of common man living community to go very far away to get treatment. So if that benefit is not guaranteed, what is the point? That you enter health center, you not see any medical person to attend to you, you not see any drugs, the lights are not there, the environment is very dirty. Instead of you getting treated, you even contacted disease in the process. No. Our government will be a government of the people. Our government will be a government that we will go to the grassroots and get them to understand that they have a listening and a government that cares for them. For me, what an average person in the village wants: one, health, accessibility to healthcare, affordable healthcare, and also a subsidized drugs to reduce the stress and also to help the downtrodden in the village. People also want to have access to quality education and affordable education. You can't say I'm giving scholarship. Meanwhile, parents are contributing money to pay for books, to pay for remuneration for teachers, and also to pay for maybe logistics of chalks, beer ball. What is this free education there? There's no free education. This school has to be equipped. Then if the students are getting free education, you know they're getting the real free education. Not free education that, they're not paying school fees, but through the back, they're paying more than school fees.
Is that what's happening in Anambra?
That's what's happening in Anambra. That's what's going on in Anambra.
Well, how is it then that Professor Soludo is being commended for his strides in education?
Look at the rating from
33 out of 36.
33 out of that. For the first time. For the first time. Let me tell you, it's not about rhetorics. It's not about rhetorics. Time has come when we have to be accountable. It's not about telling stories, jumping up and down. You know, once you're a sitting government, so many things, of course, go for you.
Yeah.
Psychophants will be praising you, even though when they come behind you and say a lot of things, then they will come and praise you and all of that. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, we know, for you as a woman, I want to know how you deal with politics, because I think you're just about the most persistent woman in politics.
Yeah.
You've been in politics since 2003 or thereabout. You've gone to the House, you've gone to the Senate, and in a world where you
2007.
have 2007, and in a world where politics is dominated by men, how do you stay?
It's not easy for a strong woman to be. It depends. Everything depends on environment. My environment may not be the same with someone from Kano or someone from Lagos. I am in an environment that is very competitive. If you are fighting and contesting against a man, if you win the man, you are in trouble. If you don't win the man, you are in trouble. The man will be in trouble because, why did you even dare me? Oh, why should a woman defeat me? You are in trouble. If the man wins you, why did he even try to contest against me? It's another trouble. So, but you cannot, because of what people will say, and you don't try your ambition. Every ambition is born out of service. Every of my ambition is born out of service. And I'm happy I've exhibited it in the areas where people gave me their mandate to represent them. So nobody will come out today to say Yomi is a selfish politician. I am not one. I did myself. I gave all. In the House of Reps, I gave all. In the Senate, I gave all. So nobody will tag me as a non-performer. It's not possible. So in the competition with men, that you know the kind of things they will heap on you as a woman. So eyes on the ball. Those things sometimes it go low. I mean, it makes you sad. Sometimes, you know, it makes you feel, oh, why don't I leave these people and quit? I don't say, okay, you can't quit. You still have to struggle it out. After all, the people that know you know you. Those that don't know, those that want to believe those things will consciously want to believe because they want to believe, not that they don't know the truth. So you cannot say because somebody is after you, you'll not go out to try what you believe in. So what has kept me in the system, one, is my belief that I am seeking for my rights. It is my right to contest for election if I want to. Two, I'm not doing it based on personal interest. I'm doing it because I need a platform to serve my people and continue to serve them. One thing about government is that no matter what you want to do as an individual, to alleviate poverty, to help people, there's a limit to what you can do. But when you have a platform of government, it gives you more mileage, more opportunity to deal with issues that ordinarily as an individual you will not be able to meet up with. So I am very happy that I am doing what I am convinced that I'm doing. I'm not doing it to hurt anybody, God knows. I'm only just doing because this is democracy. We are practicing constitutional democracy. All political parties must have candidates, no matter how good you are. No matter how good, even if you feel you must go unopposed, you can only go unopposed in your own political party. You can't stop people from going to their party to contest the election. So I see this should be a brotherhood thing. Anybody that wins, others will embrace the person. It's about our state. Everything is about our state. But when people take it too personal, that they want to destroy your reputation because they're running an election, tomorrow we are brothers and sisters. Tomorrow I may be the one that they need my help, or I need their help. So there must be a limit to what we can say and do in the quest to grab it, the quest to get into position to serve.
Absolutely. Since I'm speaking with you as a woman who's been really consistent with politics, I want to get your thoughts briefly on this special seats bill. I'm sure you're familiar with it, that seeks to increase the number of women in parliaments, one for each state. Since you've experienced the challenge of politics as a woman consistently, what do you say to this bill?
The bill is a welcome development. Actually, it was championed by the first, championed by the former House of Reps.
Kiruka?
Yes, Chairman, Women Affairs, the current Minister of State for Labour, Kiruka. It's a welcome development if they can pass it. But I can advise, it can only be passed using political will. Because the men in the Senate and House of Reps will not say anything, they will keep quiet. But when you put it to vote, they will say no. So it needs a political will to deal with it. Maybe presidency, the wife, the speaker, the Senate president coming together to see the reason for that bill to pass through. So we need more political will to deal with it than just moving motion and moving bills. And there's also one thing I want to say in Anambra. I must commend one Honorable Ejike, who sponsored a bill on apprenticeship. Igbo boy. That's a very laudable act of the State Assembly Parliament. It's one of the things our government would like to do. Want to use government platform to promote the Igbo boy, the apprenticeship. Because people will look at paper qualification all the time. It's not about paper qualification. In most advanced countries, all the big guys that are not graduates, or look at the volume, quantum of businesses that are controlling all over the world. Even in Anambra State, we have people like Innocent, Chikasin, Ibeto, Dozie Oil, and all of them. Are not doctors in terms of academic qualification, but look at the conglomerates that are controlling today. They say Igbo people are billionaires on this Igbo boy system. But because of this, the sales boys have taken over the Igbo boy system. We're not producing the number of billionaires we used to produce. Because usually one man can carry 20 people, train them over 5 years, 6 years, settle them, they'll go and do their own, settle orders. So we will use the government platform to support it and sustain it and grow it. We're also going to have a liaison office in major countries. Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, China, London, Britain. We're going to have liaison office, Anambra liaison offices to promote our trade, to promote the trade and promote export from Anambra State, because we're going to invest hugely on agriculture when we're coming. So we will have a very good, leveraging on our sister that is the DG World Trade Organization to do all of that. So we are going to do all of that, to promote our local investors.
Very well. And just as we say goodbye.
Local producers.
Local producers. Just as we say goodbye, I want to get your thoughts on something. I want to know the level of confidence you have as this election comes up. And the reason I ask this is there seems to be some formal handshake between the governor and the president, who is our president?
Your
president.
Jagaban.
Exactly, because I know he was in Anambra State.
Yeah.
He's also received the governor in Abuja, and the governor has praised his economic policies. And the way we've seen politics in the last year, it almost suggests, and also, of course, the Minister of Works has said that the entire Southeast is supporting Mr. President. So when you put all these together and you're running on the platform of the APC, I dare to ask you, what level of confidence you have, and if you do have, indeed, the
Well,
support of the president.
Mr. President is doing very well in terms of the way he has taken the economy of this country, what he met on ground, and what the economy is today. And he has been able to stabilize the economy. At least you can. The investors know the status of Nigerian economy now, so that they can come in to invest than speculation. So he has been able to stabilize the economy of this country. So Southeast governors coming together to endorse him is not a surprise. Every right-thinking person in this country today must endorse President Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban. Then coming to say relationship with him and our governor coming to our state and all of that. I mean, he's the president of this country. Our governor is the governor, Professor Charles Soludo is the governor of Anambra State. And there's no way he will have a program that Mr. President is supposed to come as the head of subnational. President will not come. Yeah, but that does not translate into him being the candidate of APC. Mr. President is the president and the leader of APC in Nigeria today. And being the leader of APC, he cannot have a product he's selling. He has a product. He will warehouse his products and go and sell another person's product. How can he be?
You expect him to be?
How can he be? I expect him to support his party.
Would you expect him to be at the rally, the grand rally?
Well, he doesn't go for rally. I haven't seen anyone that he attended, actually. I think he's always the vice president that attends the rally or governors. I haven't seen him in any rally. He's a very busy man. I don't see what he's looking for in a rally. Rally is just party rallies. Now, once the national chairman is there and some stakeholders of the party are there, it's enough. So looking for Mr. President in a rally will be an overstatement. Anyway, I don't expect him to be, because I haven't seen him in any, But for the fact that we are running an election, that he has a product in the market, he cannot warehouse his product and go and start selling another man's product. I don't think so. I expect Mr. President to support us. I expect him to support us because we're great politicians. And we also understand the economy of the state. We also have so much to bring on board if we win. And I believe Anambra people will be happy because we lead people not just changing the fortunes of the people. We will lead people with empathy. People will see that our government will be government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We will be true what you call democratic governance, and that's what I'm going to be. Mr. President is supporting us. The impression that Mr. President is not supporting us is not true. If the president is not supporting us, who will support us? He's the leader of the party. He's the head of the party and the head of government. He cannot have his product in the market and he will not buy his product. He will go and buy another person's product. That would be very unfair. So nothing has suggested up to today that he's not supporting us. Everything is showing that Mr. President is supporting us, he's standing by us, he's standing for us, and he's praying for us.
Senator Ekwunife, thank you very much for coming on Politics.
Thank you so much.
And good luck with the elections and the campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.